In part 1 of this playbook, I went over how to use channel transformations in Plytix so that your feed is formatted correctly. But the quality of the information in your feed matters just as much so that your content can show up in the right searches. So in this playbook, I'll show you how to review and optimize that content in Plytix so your feed is not only formatted correctly, but has content that performs well. I'll be using Google Shopping here as an example, but you can follow the same process for the channel you work with just by adapting the fields and requirements. And we have a list of best practices guides that I'll link below so you can find the guidelines for the channel that you want. First, I want one place where I can review the product information that I'm optimizing for Google Shopping. I'll create a new view and then I'll call it Google Shopping view. For now, I'll just customize the column so that I can see the right fields for Google Shopping. So I'll select my columns here. Here, I'll just choose my Google Shopping fields and save my view. You can also drag and drop the columns around to match the view that you want to work with. I've adjusted my view and I want to start by optimizing my product titles. In my Google Shopping channel, I've already created this formula that automatically combines existing product attributes to create a product title that matches Google's guidelines. In my case, it's using the brand, the product type, and the color. The formula helps piece that information together so that it matches the right structure, but I still need to make sure that the information in it is actually useful. So let's take a look at the product type, for example. Here, the product type is simply hoodie. Let's say I want the type to be zip-up hoodie so that it's more specific. So I can add it as an option directly here. Let's say zip-up hoodie and assign it to this product in cell. Or I can create an automation so that all products that match this condition get the new product type. So I'll head here to automations. Now, when this product type is used in the formula that creates my product title, it will be much more descriptive. Another thing I want to adjust in my product title is my brand. Here, I see that my brand field is not always consistent. Instead of editing each product manually, I can do it in bulk. So I'll start by selecting my products, and I'll click Edit Attributes, find my brand attribute, and here I can set the standard value. Next, I want to review my product descriptions. Let's say that I want to create an optimized product description that includes the key features, material, and care instructions. I can have AI do it for me. So I have my original product description here, and I've created a new attribute to store my description optimized for Google Shopping. And here I already have the prompt that I saved to generate the description for Google Shopping. And the best part is that it is referencing my existing product attributes. Next, I want to make sure that my products are categorized correctly. They should follow Google's official product taxonomy. For example, in this product here, I can see that for the Google Shopping taxonomy, it has the general apparel category tree selected, but I should be even more specific. I can edit it here. And then under my Google Shopping taxonomy, instead of just choosing apparel and accessories, I can go all the way down to choose the t-shirts category tree. But I don't need to manually assign categories one by one. I can filter my products by product type and categorize them in bulk. In my case, I want anything that contains t-shirt. And once I have the right products, I can go into my bulk edit options. Edit categories. I'll also link a Help Center article in the description to help you create your own category tree for the channel you're working with. Another important part of your content is product images. For Google Shopping, the main image should be placed on a wide or a clear background. In my case, the images already follow this format, but if yours don't, you can use Plytix AI to automatically edit images for you. For example, I have this lifestyle image here that I want to edit. I can go into my custom prompt option and then specify that I want to change the background. And here I see that Plytix AI edited the image for me, and that would be a better fit for my Google Shopping requirements. Now that I've optimized my product content for Google Shopping, I want to do a quick final check to make sure my products have the right information. To do that, I'll create a completeness attribute that checks for the fields that I'll be sending to Google Shopping, including product identifiers, pricing, and more. So I'll do that by heading to my settings tab, and here I can create a new attribute in the completeness format. Once my completeness is set up, I can add it to my view here. Now I can filter by incomplete products here. And here I can see exactly what content is missing, so I can fill those gaps before updating my feed. Once all my products are complete and the information is optimized, I can update my feed, and I can do that by clicking Process Now. Or if I've already set up the scheduling option here, my feed will automatically update at the scheduled time and frequency. Once the channel is processed, the new version of the feed will automatically include the content we just enriched.